Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Divinity Original Sin 2 und dieses Mal ist es an der Zeit, in den letzten Spielabschnitt zu wechseln, in das letzte Viertel des Spiels wahrscheinlich. Und dazu reden wir jetzt hier mit Melody.
So?
Tell her everyone's abroad tell her everyone's abroad that's coming abroad. You're ready to set sail.
Ready to set sail when you are, Your Holiness.
If you choose to leave the area after this message, you will not be able to return again. Your open quests will be closed and archived. Archived, ja, klasse. Tell her everyone's ja, and you're ready to set sail.
Fantastic. Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwo can go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
Ja, der Untertitel war nicht ganz synchron zu dem, was gezeigt wurde, aber gut. Bisschen irritierend, aber verkraftbar.
Here we are, the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Melody was unimaginative. Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power.
Tell her you'll do what needs to be done for the good of the realm. Say that power once yours will be yours to wield as you see fit. Say you still aren't convinced you're the person for the job. Tell her you'll do what needs to be done for the good of the realm.
I have no doubt about that, but do remember, you can do what's good for you too. All things in balance, you know. You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all.
Ask her what you should expect on the island.
Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
Take your leave. So, Journal. Powerful Awakening is closed. We have departed from Reaper's Coast and are now destined to the Nameless Isle. Ja, okay. When a stock, we have departed Reaper's Coast. Whatever came to the beggar in the stock, we do not know. Das ließ sich ja nicht abschließen. Finder's Fee. We have departed from Reaper's Coast and will not be able to claim the bounty on Mummy Dearest Head. Ja, das war ja auch sowieso nicht machbar. The Bark's Bite. Reaper's Coast, without granting the life, would log its revenge. Ja, das sehe ich nicht ein. The Druid. We have left Reaper's Coast without helping the spirit of the Druid. Deva. Da kann ich nochmal gerade nachgucken, aber ich glaube, da war nix. Moment. The Druid. Wieso kriege ich da keine Results? Divinity Original Sin 2. The Druid. Toll, jetzt finde ich es über Google. The Spirit of the Druid, bla bla. The tree then asks you to kill the doctor possessed by the demon. Doctor's orders. After you free the ancestor tree, talk to the spirit of Druid. Complete the quest. Hä? Wo soll man das herbekommen? Man soll zuerst in einem Buch lesen. Ja, das haben wir gemacht. At the ruins of the west side of the island, where you encounter some demonic enemies, cast Spirit Vision to see a spirit of the druid. It asks you to ease the pain of the ancestor tree. Okay, das muss ich dann mal machen. Das habe ich anscheinend noch nicht erledigt. Das hätte ich machen können. Treated like cattle. We have left Reaper's Coast without aiding the polymorphed cows. Das ist halt falsch. Weil wir sowohl die getötet haben, als auch die gerettet haben. Das ist kaputt auch. Ja, es ist halt sehr schade, dass da einige Sachen so falsch sind. Gut, dann machen wir gerade noch, bevor wir das hier verlassen, gehen wir nochmal zu der Blood Moon Island rüber und gucken mal, dass wir das ja erledigt bekommen. Blood Moon. Irgendwo im Westen soll das sein. Wir können auch hier unten nochmal zum... Ne, das ist nix. Da drin. Skeletal Cat.
She wasn't the tree, but became the tree. And is not the tree no longer? Once she screamed, but the screams have stopped. Only hush, hush, hush.
Genau. Auf einen Elven Pilgrim.
The howls. They are silenced. How?
Share Elianessa's story. You know how she might be released to the Hall of Echoes.
The druid considers your tale.
Yes, she is right. A name holds more power than most of us realize. A drama-like. I know of ways to impair such demons. I will show you a place. The treasures there will sap its will while aiding yours. I implore you, let Elianessa be at ease.
Tell him you will see Elianessa to freedom. He can now enter the hall without worry or remorse.
Then listen for me. When the breeze blows clean, I will be upon it.
And in secret, the druid. We shared Elianessa's story with the spirit of the druid. He shared the location of a trove of valuables as a reward. The druid's hidden stash. Das habe ich wahrscheinlich auch schon ausgebuddelt durch Zufall. Na, gucken wir mal. Ich weiß zwar jetzt nicht, wie das dem Baum geholfen hat, dass ich mit dem geredet habe, aber... Ja, ich glaube, es war hier und hier habe ich auch schon gegraben. Vermutlich habe ich dieses Package da rausgeholt.
Wasted effort.
Machen wir hier nochmal, aber ich glaube, das ist erledigt.
Nothing here.
Ja. Dann gehen wir zurück zur Lady Vengeance und dann werden wir jetzt rüberreisen. Können wir nochmal gucken, was der hier zu verkaufen hat.
Let me think. Sprinkling of skull dust, vial of dog's drool,
Mystical.
dried aleweed, few more odds and ends.
Okay, also auf ein neues.
So, ready to set sail when you are? Fantastic. Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwoken go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
Jawohl.
Here we are, the Nameless Isle. Still, it's what's on the inside that counts. I have no doubt about that. But do remember, you'll want to hurry now. Divinity? Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
So.
Okay, wait. Before we go any further, there's something I want to ask you.
Tell her to ask away.
Okay, so... Did you hear the one about the pregnant lich?
Say you really don't have time for this. Chuckle, I tell her to fire away.
She forgot her prophylactory.
Groan.
I know, it's just... I just want to lighten the mood, the smallest of scooches. I mean, we're at the Nameless Isle. One of us is about to ascend to Divinity, and we still don't know exactly who. I guess things are about to get, interesting.
Tell her interesting is a nice euphemism for violence. Say you have no interest in becoming the divine, really. Say your guess so. You wish her luck, though. Das hier?
We all like to say that, don't we?
Ja. Guck mal, was war mit den anderen Sachen. Ich nehme mal an, dass das keinen Unterschied macht. Was würde sagen?
Okay, wait. Before we... Of course it can't wait. Did you hear the one about the pregnant lich? She forgot her prophylactory.
Love?
You're very generous, thank you. I just want to lighten the mood, the smallest of scooches. I mean, we're at the Nameless Isle. I guess things are about to get,
Say your guess so. You wish her luck, though.
Same to you, Chief. Same to you. And when push comes to shove, I'll try not to shove too hard.
Nah.
Okay, wait. Of course it... Did you hear the one about... She forgot her prophylactory. Get it? Lich? Phylactery? Profil? Yeah, you get it. You totally get it. I just want to lighten the mood. I guess things are about to get, interesting. We all like to...
Ja, okay. Dann reden wir noch mit den anderen Typis hier.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly chipper. More chipper than you've ever seen him, and certainly more chipper than most people mourning dead loved ones.
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian I had you to put me on the right track.
Say it was your pleasure to help. How is he holding up?
Not bad. Took some time to think. My parents led good lives. I'd rather celebrate them for the love they gave me than to wail over their loss. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead, see if I can help locate the council and ease the way. I'll report to you on what I find.
Question is wisdom. What might not... That might not the best idea. Joke with him. You hope it goes better than when he was scouting for joy. Not in thanks.
Gareth offers his farewell and hums to himself. You recognize the tune. Blessed and bold. A hymn praising Lucian.
You don't look very divine to me. What are you waiting for?
Okay, was passiert denn, wenn wir hier die Nummer
Well,
anreden?
this all looks familiar.
This seems like Fane's home turf. Ask what he thinks you should do.
It certainly has that air to it, but I would make a terrible guide. Whatever place this once was, it was destroyed long before your time. We must access the Council of Seven. But let's be careful. Despite appearances, I have survived a lot. I would rather not experience death here.
Ask if he's changed his mind about divine power, given everything that's happened.
I always thought my path was laid out. Become divine. Preserve what's left of your people. It was such an easy narrative. But what if you could do more? What if you could save them all? And worse, what if you had all that power, but they were not worth saving? I don't know. Tell me, what would you do?
Tell Fane that if you had a wife and child in the clutches of the void, you would do everything you could to save them. Say that if you had started this, you would put it right. The Eternals doomed themselves. If it were you, you'd live your life and stop worrying about the mistakes of others. Say that if you had started this, you would put it right.
Fane nods slowly, lost in thought.
You're not entirely wrong. Then again, thank you. I will have to think on this.
Ask what he thinks about the time you've spent together.
It has been unlike anything I ever imagined. To explore this world with you, to see this world through your eyes, even metaphorically. Well, it has been a privilege.
Take your leave. Aha. Ja, die kann ich mal gerade alle wegklicken hier. The Nameless Isle. I arrived at the Nameless Isle, where the powers of Divinity were said to be kept within the Council of Seven. Even from the deck of the Lady Vengeance, it was clear that this would be no easy task. The island seemed to be consumed by fighting. I had no choice but to venture forth onto the island, where fierce battles were unfolding for control of the Council of Seven, watched from above by a great volcanic peak that seemed on the verge of erupting. Fane. Fane seems unsure about what the future holds. It looks like meeting the Eternal Aetera turned his world upside down. The Nameless Isle? We have reached the Nameless Isle. The Council of Seven can be found here somewhere. And within it, the Well of Ascension. That's where we need to go. Champion of the Gods, even Ben Mest. I have embarked for the Nameless Isle, where I must ascend to Divinity. Firstly, I should seek to enter the Academy, the first part of the Council of Seven, which ultimately leads to the powers that I need. Bei Academy sind Arcs, glaube ich, also müssten wir ja jetzt auch in Arcs sein, also ist das alles ein Ding. The Secrets of Blood Moon Island. We have departed from Reaper's Coast. Perhaps we will be presented with an opportunity to deal with the Archdemon Adrena Malik at a later stage in our journey. So. Dann reden wir noch mit den anderen.
Losa looks pale and unfocused. She doesn't meet your eyes.
Ask her if she's alright.
Yes.
Tell her you know her better than that. Is she struggling with the demon?
Oh, no.
Tell her you'd like her to stay behind. Take your leave.
Losa looks pale and
Yes.
Tell her she needs to let you know if she's going to lose control. Say she can tell you the truth.
I'm fine.
Losa looks pale.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Losa looks pale.
Oh, no.
Okay, macht überhaupt keinen Unterschied. Dann reden wir noch mit Zwergi.
Ever strike you that life is just a series of islands? Like, you put down roots, something upends it all, and then you sail off and put roots down somewhere else. It's just islands, one after the other.
Ask if he's got any thoughts on where to go next.
Forward. I know it's probably not the answer you wanted. I can't think of much else to say about it. Weird, right? One of us will ascend soon, and, well, there's only one Divinity. We've got choices to make. We can't put him off forever.
Point out a contradiction. How can someone rebelling against power be so keen on becoming divine? About Queen Justinia.
Let me tell you a story about Justinia. I think we were, say, age 10 at the time. My pop was off who knows where, spreading his seed in that oh-so-charming manner of his. So let's just say the court had its hands full. There was a big reception one night, the ridiculous kind where all the ladies wear dresses and all the men wear finery. Everyone looks starched. Everyone acts starched. So I decided to surprise all the noble farts at dinner. Snuck into the kitchen. They had a giant boar on a platter with an apple in its mouth. Longer than Laura herself, and not much fatter either. The cook put the lid on and set it down for the steward to take. And then I made my move. I dragged off that pig when no one was looking and stuffed it in a floor cupboard. Then I crawled onto the platter and pulled the lid up over me. Wasn't too long before the steward showed up and wheeled me into the banquet, none the wiser.
Nod your head excitedly. Yes, and? So you can guess what happened next.
Yep, some stuffy duke yanks off the lid and good old beastie jumps out. Caused quite the stir. Queen wanted me gone, but little cousin Justinia, she had my back. Told Queen Laura it was all her idea, and she got a whooping on her backside and sent to bed without supper. So the point is, well, I ain't sure. I guess that she has a good heart, but somewhere along the way it got soiled.
Point urged him to tell you more about the Dwarven Rebellion.
Well, it's complicated. Where to even begin?
About his fellow rebels.
They're guerrillas.
Beast chuckles as your forehead crinkles in confusion.
You know, as in guerrilla warfare? Oh boy, I thought you had a funny bone in you, but I swear some witch doctor's gone and yanked it out. Good women, good men. Still fighting the good fight, too. Though most of them fled to the hinterlands. The wave dancer's crew's probably gone to join him. No offense to you, but I miss them. Still, it's probably best I don't subject them to all
So
this.
you'd like to know what he was rebelling against.
Power, plain and simple. It's like this. Some people, when they get a taste of something delicious, they want more and more of it. Like fried sea bass. Once you start, you can't stop slurping. Justinia got a taste of that power the first time she threw a mouthy jester into the dungeon at the urging of her advisor, just because he pointed out her, rotundness. That's a word, right? That's where it started. And it still ain't finished.
Shake your head, so it only got worse from there.
Sure enough. Amazing how quick things change, too. When I was a lad, Laura would invite lizard dignitaries. Elven seers, folk like that. Big fish from other ponds. Now, the lizard don't dare step foot in the kingdom, lest some sword-loving royalist scrape off his scales. Can't stand those types. But I don't blame them. Some folk, they've got the short end of the stick. They've got lots of anger in their hearts. And when your queen tells you who you're supposed to hate, well, that's who you hate.
Mm-hmm.
Ever strike you that life is just a series of islands? Like, you put down roots, something upends it all, and
Point
then
out
you
the
sail off and
contradiction.
put roots down. You think I want to be the head of the order? All I care about is dealing with that royal arsepain, and a divine sure as hell would be capable of doing just that. I ain't thought beyond there, and I ain't gonna prime that pump till I have to.
Push the issue. Is he short-sighted as all that? Give him room. He's a big boy. He can figure it out. Push the issue. Is he short-sighted as all that? Was?
Ah, but you've got everything all planned out, I assume. You'll have to forgive me.
Naja, müssen wir anders machen.
Ever strike you that life is just a series of... You think I want to be the head of the... I know I'm fumbling along here. I know the ways of royalty and the ways of piracy, but I know shite about divinity. All these people looking to guide me, and I'm still no sure how one divines or whatever. But hey, you make good fumbling company.
Beast looks left, then right, then down, unsure if his compliment hit its mark.
Chuckle and tell him you're enjoying it too.
Beast flashes a relieved grin and absent-mindedly begins to twist 3 strands of beard hair into a braid.
Ask him about Loha. What's his role in all this? Das hat ja gut
Ever
funktioniert.
strike you that life is just a series of...
Ah ja, okay. Dann reden wir mit den anderen Honks auch noch. Mit dem Jahan zum Beispiel.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling through the air. The island yonder. It is doom or destiny.
Ask him what... Oh, guck mal hier nochmal. Ein Schild. Constitution 14. Naja, sind halt perverse Werte drauf, aber ist nichts, was man brauchen würde an, also Wahnsinns-Rüstungswerte drauf, aber der Rest ist halt, ne. Andererseits können 3 Leute so ein Schild brauchen. Kaufen wir einfach mal. Und da war jetzt auch nichts drauf, was richtig scheiße war, beziehungsweise nur für irgendwen sinnvoll. Intelligence Scoundrel, das ist zum Beispiel Unsinn. Ja, also. Ach, das war 25 Ruf. Moment.
Jahan takes you by the back.
Ja. Müssen wir gerade mal den auch auffüllen. Wo wir das kaufen. Dann gebe ich dem halt auch mal 500 oder so.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling through the air. The island yonder. It is doom or destiny.
Okay, der will ein bisschen mehr haben. Da müssen wir wahrscheinlich dann schon eine Tausender oder sowas rüberrücken. 2000. Naja, das lohnt sich dann wahrscheinlich wirklich nur, wenn man hier mehrere Sachen kauft. 2000. Immer nochmal 1000. Jetzt würde ich dafür 6300 zahlen. Ja, komm. Ich glaube, das ist nicht wesentlich. 6382, jetzt gucke ich mir das mal an.
Jahan by the back.
Ich glaube, dass ich vorher auch nie mehr bezahlt. 6600 oder so was. Schauen wir nochmal.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling.
Ja, das ist fast nichts.
The island yonder. It is doom or destiny.
Zack, gekauft. Okay, ask him what's on his mind.
Not but the demon I'm hunting. A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits of divinity.
Inquire after his take on Melody.
She's a beautiful enigma, isn't she? All elven grace, and her own evil twin to boot. Yet she defies good and evil in a particularly charming, therefore particularly perilous way. I hope to hear her whole story someday. I'm certain it'll be quite the tale.
Jahan takes you by the arm, his voice a whisper.
By the by, do please remember the warning I gave you in the woods. Should Losa come close to divine ascension, you must act. You must kill her.
Ach, was? So. Dann Da können wir nur die Charaktere austauschen. Dann haben wir die beiden da hinten. Ah, der ist oben. Ach ne, das war der, den ich mal weggeschickt hatte.
Hello. This island is something else, huh? I'll bet I can find many interesting ingredients here.
Ask if he fetched anything for you.
Of course. Told you I would, didn't I?
Tell him you could certainly use a thing or two. Das Einzige, was ich wirklich brauchen kann, sind diesen Dust, den ich ja vorher nicht kaufen konnte. Ich weiß aber jetzt nicht mehr, wie der hieß. Wahrscheinlich ist es auch gar nicht hier. Maybe you don't need anything at all.
You know where I am if you think of anything.
Ja. Okay.
Do what you must at this place, sorcerer. I don't want to linger a moment longer than necessary.
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore. I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. Once I have that, I'll be free of the Covenant. And free to spend the rest of my days with Mahali. See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts needed for a Swornbreaker, please bring them to me. I'll make it worth your while. Also, you will likely encounter sworn followers of the God King on that island, I suspect. I would avoid combat if possible. Death can be less than final for them, if the God King wills it.
Ask for some advice on how to proceed unhindered.
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the island. After a long moment, she finally speaks.
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should seek him out. He's a foul creature, but not opposed to cutting a deal. Beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
The key to freedom. Invaders. The Sallow Man. Almira has asked us to recover the 2 pieces of the Stormbreaker, which can be found somewhere on the Nameless Isle according to the tablet we retrieved. We should keep watch for those items. Almira has told us of the Black Ring leader, the Sallow Man. We should seek out this being in his cavern lair. Should we encounter any Black Ring forces along the way, we should pretend to be her thralls. Invaders, we have learned that Black Ring forces have invaded the Nameless Isle. We must proceed with extreme caution.
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
Ask if he has any advice for how to proceed.
Why, my dear Ifan, you already have the finest safeguard possible for traversing this place. A mercenary's reputation. If there's fighting on that island, I'm sure that my former comrades will be making use of the lone wolves to help their cause. Remember your lupine motto, Glehu Duma. That may be just the thing to keep you safe. I wish I could offer you more in return for finding anathema, but alas.
Ask what he meant by his former comrades. Who did he serve?
Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the death fog cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god. and an army of fools willing to follow him.
Ask, what is this covenant?
It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all, on their knees worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me.
Order him to tell you what he knows about the God King.
There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat, and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is. They're all the same, you know. Tyrants, liars, carrion birds. The best thing would be for them all to destroy each other and leave the rest of us to live in peace.
Return to other matters. Ten of knives. Ask what progress he's made with anathema.
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
Leave. Okay, wenn wir den mit wem anders ansprechen?
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
Try as he might, Tarquin cannot hide a small flash of surprise.
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The Aetiran is a children's fable, nothing more. Supposedly a wand with an infinite capacity for source? Pure nonsense, I assure you.
Remarked that the Magisters seem to believe that the Aetheran is real. Been looking for it, in fact. Das hat man ihm doch abgegeben.
Really? Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else. Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily, the laws of the universe...
Ah, nee, okay, das war was anderes, das hatten wir aber schon. Okay, dann... Da ist sonst niemand mehr. Dann gehen wir aber jetzt noch nach unten, weil da war ja noch das Kind. Ein Kind wird wahrscheinlich aber nichts sein. Muss man neu erkunden. Knarz. Ist aber nix. Dann gehen wir mal runter. Und dann schauen wir mal, ob das Kind da noch steht und diese beiden Mönche. Ist das irgendwas? Ich schätze mal, dass sich da nichts ändert. Ist vielleicht hiermit jetzt Spirit Vision?
As you approach, the sign...
Nö.
The little girl doesn't acknowledge your...
Sleeping. Gucken wir mal, ob wir irgendeinen Spell haben, der das aufhebt. Scheint mir nicht so. Nö, nicht wirklich. Ne. Na gut. Dann gehen wir wieder hoch. Da haben wir noch ein Bild zum Verkaufen. Schwupp. Na gut, ja, dann gehen wir mal in das Boot. Können wir mal einen Blick auf die Karte werfen. Amadia, the Beach. Mhm. The Nameless Isle. Ja, wo da jetzt Arx sein soll, weiß ich nicht. Beziehungsweise was das mit Arx auf sich hat. Was jetzt hier in der Landmasse ist, es hat sich ja so ein bisschen danach angehört. Mushroom. Da zündelt es was. Kommen wir nicht hin. Da kann man drüber laufen. Lava Fields. Na gut. Da will ich aber jetzt eigentlich erstmal noch nicht hin.
I suspect we shall soon find out.
The Nameless Isle. Magisters and paladins lie dead upon the beach. Why were they here, and what could have done this to them? Dagger. Thunderbolt Grenade. Die sieht so ein bisschen... Das ist aber ein 3D-Objekt. Wahrscheinlich die Kamera genau passend dazu gedreht, aber da gehe ich jetzt noch nicht hin. Da haben wir einen Teleportstein. Fancy.
Before you stands a shrine of a particularly strange design. As you approach, you feel it hum with a benign power. It seems to pull you in.
Let it take you. Ja, okay. Magister's Diary. We have ascended the mountain, but our path to the council is blocked by a gate that refuses to open. The court is filled with statues to the seven, each with runes of the sun or the moon, but I cannot discern their purpose. I will investigate the temples, for I do believe that... Und vorbei. We have learned that in order to gain access to the council, we must ascend the mountain and complete some sort of ritual. The means of doing this must be hidden on the island somewhere. Kann wahrscheinlich einfach hochspringen. Ja. Machen wir aber auch jetzt noch nicht. Crossbow. Toy Crossbow. Aber dadurch, dass alles auf mein Level jetzt geeicht ist, sind die Dinger halt extrem viel wert. Okay, dann erkunden wir jetzt noch nach Westen hin. Wir haben einen Arm gefunden. Na, da müssen wir wohl wieder die Maske aufsetzen.
You're a young magister, devoted to Dallas. You fight alongside paladins. The Order united in battle, fighting the Black Ring, as in the Great War. It's the proudest moment of your life, and then it's the last.
Mhm. Das kann weg. So. Hup. Können wir hier nochmal gerade drüber laufen und gucken, ob hier irgendwo wer rumsteht. Ist auch am Summen. Okay, dann gucken wir da noch nach Nordwesten. Auch sehr friedlich bisher. To the Lady Vengeance. Na, da können wir aber weiterlaufen. Aber es ist komplett sinnlos. Na gut. Was ist denn das? Aha. Da kann man aber anscheinend nicht hin. Das ist zumindest auch nicht markiert als begehbar. Na gut, dann gibt es ja eigentlich keine andere Möglichkeit, als hier durchzulaufen. Außer natürlich, na doch, unten könnten wir auch hin. Oder wir springen halt direkt hoch. Aber ich glaube, wir laufen jetzt einfach mal darüber.
A Magister, dead on the beach. What a surprise.
Seaside doesn't suit them, does it?
Gucken wir mal, ob hier noch am Rand was ist.
No ghosts remain. All are purged.
Interessant, dass er dann einen Spruch zu hatte. Da könnte ich theoretisch auch rüberjumpen.
I fancy a swim.
You need a bath.
Da sind Böse. Black Ring River. Dolores. Da kann man hochklettern. Na, die sind aber
Quick
nicht
as a flash, the
ausgelutscht.
Magister has an arrow notched on his raised bow. He falters. A glimmer of recognition crosses his face. followed a moment later by a wry smile.
Kann man dem was kaufen? Nö.
My Fort Joy savior. I never thought I'd clap eyes on you again.
Mhm.
You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunately. My troop was slaughtered by Black Ring. I'm the only survivor. What are you doing here?
Say that you're a god woken somewhere on this island lies your destiny. Say that you were shipwrecked and swam ashore to this island. Claim that you heard there were great riches to be found around here. You came to see for yourself. Nur das erste.
A skeptical eyebrow arches upwards.
You, Godwoken? That seems unlikely. Never mind. There are more important matters at hand. Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow in any fights to come.
Mhm. Frown, did he say that Alexander is here?
He nods.
I never thought I'd follow him. Not after Fort Joy. But he won over us veterans, Magister and Paladin alike. He's like a different man, now that he's found the path to divinity. He broke free from Dallas and Breedman's influence, and they tried to murder him for it. Them and their white magisters. Us loyalists had to stand by his side. The fracturing of the Divine Order, the Voidwoken crisis, multiple attempts on his life. He's let none of it deter him. Now Ascension is within sight at last.
Mhm. Tell him to come along and stay close.
He slings a quiver of arrows across his back and nods.
Eyes sharp.
Na, weiß nicht, ob das so eine gute Idee war. A familiar face. Dolores, the Magister who was saved in Fort Joy, has joined the Divine Order expedition to the Nameless Isle. He wishes to regroup with his surviving comrades. Die werden wir wahrscheinlich dann alle umbringen.
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
Third time's the charm.
Cutting him down a second time will be even more satisfying than the first. And this time, it'll be permanent.
Perhaps I have misjudged humans. Alexander seems as immortal as I.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us? This is going to be extra fun.
Mhm. Ach, da hätte es auch einen Weg runtergegeben. Okay, ja. Gehen wir hier mal gerade noch runter. Um den Weg auch abgegangen zu sein. Ah, da ist aber nix. Achso, da könnten wir auch gerade noch gucken, ob die noch da stehen. Auch eine Source-Anzeige. Hier steht jedenfalls niemand. Okay, und da unten ist er dann wahrscheinlich schon wieder weg. Das werden wir aber dann auch erst beim nächsten Mal machen.
Black Ring. Could they be doing the purging?
The plot thinnens.
Healing Advertisements. In diesem ganzen Dschungelsound hätte ich jetzt auch wieder Lust, sowas wie Albion zu spielen. Was heißt sowas wie Albion? Gibt's eigentlich nicht. Das jetzt zumindest nicht, welches Spiel da in die Nähe kommen würde.
I've never seen ruins like these.
You don't get out much, do you?
Na. So. Und überladen. Kann man wegwerfen. Dann gehen wir die Sachen gerade noch rüber. Also aber auch gut schwer. Gehen direkt in den Berg rein. Ach so, ich hatte den einen Schild ja noch gekauft. Ja, wahrscheinlich ist der hier am besten aufgehoben. Und dann gucken wir mal. Ja. Was hatte der für Werte? Constitution. Na, nehmen wir den. Kaufen wir die beiden. Aha. Gehen wir an, dass er wieder zum Abreißen war. Each page of this tome is the same as the last. The leaves were likely meant to be torn out. Ja, ja. Das waren, genau. Können wir das haben? Das geht dahin. Ja, wunderbar. Dann werde ich hier aber auch erstmal einen Schnitt machen. Und dann werden wir beim nächsten Mal hier uns weiter umschauen. The Lunar Shrine. Mal gucken, wie groß das ist und mal gucken, ob hier Arx auch mit verbunden ist oder ob wir danach erst nach Arx kommen. Weil das war ja jetzt ein bisschen ins Ungewisse eigentlich reingereist. Na, so rumdrehen. Jo, also schauen wir hier beim nächsten Mal weiter. Bis dann!